Welcome to the Sports Arena, your front row ticket to the best in sports talk and entertainment. Great analysis, top-name guests, and news you can use from the sports landscape. So, take your seats, sit back, and relax, as you are now in the Sports Arena.
You know what you're capable of. Fix it.
And here's your host, Eric Wilson.
Wins. I'm like, all right, let's go. We get losses. I'm like, I need a minute. Let me collect myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Sports Arena. I'm your man, Eric Wilson. As I continually try to elevate and move myself forward, I figured, maybe I need to break into the international game, if you will. I mean, I've pretty much sewn up the States, if, not to brag, but people know me a little bit. But anyhow, gentleman that I'm bringing to you today is actually playing or looking to play in the CFL, Canadian Football League. And, I had a very interesting conversation with him, and just the energy that I feel from just a very brief moment tells me this man might be another one of those leader amongst men, if you will. This young man, Josh Mihill, joining me here today. Thank you, Josh. How are you, sir?
Eric, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm well. So, Josh, for those who may not know about the Canadian Football League, man, talk to me just a little bit about it. But more importantly, talk to me about you and your love of the game.
Oh, man. My love for the game started at a very young age, actually watching Tom Brady. From there, he's been my hero ever since, and I've always just dreamed of catching passes from him, scoring touchdowns from him. Being able to have a quarterback like that would be a dream come true for sure.
Now, again, you are on the offensive side of the ball, and your love of the game, when did it begin, and when did you really know that this was going to be the direction, the course that you were going to take in life?
It's been definitely an up and down career for me. Throughout high school, I had a good start to my sophomore year, got hurt, and that's kind of like where I almost lost my love for the game right there. My junior year, I decided not to play. And then that's where I was like, all right, football, I can't live without football. Football, I love it too much. Came back my senior year, had some shaky things with COVID, so only had 3 games. Had no offers coming out of high school, but I knew I wasn't done. So I played a little bit in the semi-pro scene. Had a great time doing that. Excelled. Had some great people around me, and now I definitely have a good team around me now, and I'm ready to take it to the next level.
So talk to me about the semi-pro scene. What was that transition like? What were some of the things that you experienced? Going from, first off, the love of the game your sophomore year, possibly losing that, finding your way back to it, finding your smile again, essentially, but then just rolling yourself into the semi-pro league. What was that all like for you?
The transition was very different. I went from a very structured high school program into a league where I had to make sure that I showed up to practice. I had to make sure that I was studying the film, make sure that I had all my own equipment. It was very different, but I think I grew so much from that experience, learning from the people around me and just being able to manage myself a little bit more, and also really step into the leadership role to make sure my teammates were doing the same thing, because if one person's not accountable, it disrupts the whole team. So it definitely helped me in a leadership role as well.
So when you had to basically make that transition to where it went from being told in essence what was needed to you actually being the one to have your own checklist, how did that help you develop as a player on the field?
I think it helped me in many ways, but really most of all was just mentally. Being able, it takes a lot of work to be able to, make sure you're at all these places in time, taking care of your responsibilities on and off the field, but also having to balance everything that's going on in my life as well. So it's just, it's been, I've grown a lot just mentally in that aspect. And also, as I said earlier, as a leader as well, making sure that I'm not the only one that's doing good, making sure everyone is doing good for sure.
So talk to me now about what I'm really curious to find out is, you know, what is it about the CFL that is very intriguing to you and why you're looking to go in that direction of the Canadian Football League?
Football is growing a lot. There's a lot of new leagues out in Europe now, and there's been some interest there. But the CFL, it's just always been something that's been kind of on the back of my mind, like just throughout semi-pro. Like, am I going to have an opportunity to take this to the next level? And going to the CFL is going to give me opportunities to move on possibly to the NFL. But also just seeing like former NFL players play in the CFL, people go from the CFL to the NFL. It's a league that I see where people are improving and people can they'll produce. CFL produces athletes.
Okay. So along with, your foundation, your team around you, you are in the market and you are looking for a CFL agent to, assist and advocate for you. So just talk to me, if you will, Josh, about what are some of the traits or characteristics that you're looking for in an agent? And more importantly than that, my part B, if you will, is what is it about the agent-athlete relationship that you are looking for specifically to you and to your career?
So number one, most important thing for me is I need someone who's gonna believe in my dream, believe that I can do it. Because I have the team around me right now. I know that they are 100%. They're willing to help me, and they know that I can make it. So I just need to build people around me that know that I can make it and keep that dream alive in me. And just so that relationship can be, just reaching out, making sure that I'm good, making sure that they're good. Not just like all about business, but just making sure that we're good, like in life. And just making sure that the dream is the number one thing we're working for.
All right. So I'm going to answer the question that I ask all the athletes when I speak to them. And I get the political correct answer, but we don't do that here on the Sports Arena. I need you to manifest what it is that you want, sir. So if there is a CFL team that you could essentially pick to play for, which team would you want to play for? And more importantly, why?
That's a good question. I think big picture, if we're talking being real,
yeah,
it's the NFL. It's
okay.
producing to the next level. And then if there's one team I could play for, it would be the Kansas City Chiefs, because I'm a winner. I like to win. That's what I work for. That's my number one motivation. But also, Najee Johnson, he plays for the Chiefs. He went to the same high school that I did. He plays DB, and so I just think it would be really cool to line up against him at practice and also play along with him and maybe win a couple of Super Bowls too.
Okay. All right. So my last question that I want to ask you, Josh, and thank you so much for being a part of this with me today. Outside of the world of football, what do you do? Like hobbies, activities, anything out there that when you need to have that escape, even if it is for a moment, is there something that you do to, just be Josh for a moment?
Yeah, of course. If I'm not playing football, more likely than not, I'm training other people. That is what I love to do. That's my passion. I'm a sports performance coach at this gym called Fast in Winchester, Virginia. James Frisbee is the owner. He has taught me so much. He's sent countless athletes like to the NFL, pro leagues, all sports, overseas. So it's been really awesome to learn under him. I love training people. But other than that, I love going to church, hanging out with my family. Maybe going golfing a little bit too.
Well, how's your golf game?
Oh, it's a work in progress. We'll say that.
Okay.
A work in progress.
Fair enough. Well, Josh, best of luck to you, sir. I really am excited to see where your journey heads off. Do me a favor before I let you go, and I'm going to give you the screen here. just let the people know how they can find you, and more importantly, how they can watch as your journey progresses.
Yeah, of course. My biggest platform is on Instagram, Coach Josh 03. I'll be posting football content and also different workouts too that I'll be doing throughout this process as well. So if you want to follow along with the journey, Coach Josh 03 on IG.
All right, my man. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, man. I will definitely talk to you soon.
Thank you. You too. God bless.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, your man Eric Wilson in for the Sports Arena. Another great young talent who is destined to make his dream a reality. Everybody stay blessed. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.